Right, here we are, lads. Battle for Middle Earth 2. 2 towers, not enough. And we got a 5-player on Belfalas once more. Starting off, we all went random, as we all remember. Myself, Jimbo here, elves, and getting... kind of surprised at myself here, actually. Like, getting a 1 barracks rather than 2. That is very unlike me, although I think the elven barracks are a bit expensive, so maybe I needed a bit of cash, you know, because we all know what it's like being elves. You got no bloody money. Right, who we got here? Carl. Right, Carl as dwarves. I think Carl is vaguely familiar with dwarves. Not probably one of his best factions. Interesting to put the archery range down here, Carl, in this little depression. Got old Gloiny boy out, so this is pretty good, pretty hardcore. He's going for that creep, getting that cash, and leveling him up. He's getting anything? Balances first, okay, bit expensive, but alright. And here we go. Right, oh shit. Right, I can see the problem. Lewis is Mordor, and I know Lewis will admit that Mordor is probably not one of his favourite factions. I've been playing with them for years, and they're still not one of mine. But hi ho, this is the way the cookie crumbled. Oh fuck me sideways! Look at these little wankers coming out. This is basically PowerPoints for whoever they go up against. That's all I'm gonna say. Loads of PowerPoints. They'll have at least like a 15 PowerPoint by the end with all of these buggers coming out. They basically do almost no damage. Okay, and up here we have Jackson, who is elves as well. He's getting all the usuals out, relying on that archer strength. So yeah, he's already getting loads of towers up, so that's good. And over here, oh, and Ryan, unfortunately, Rover random. Yes, I think. Well, at least he got a lumber mill up. Holy fuck balls! He's got a bloody Nazgul already, a flying Nazgul. Wraith on rings. He's already got him. You must have spunked all of your money on this thing. And one thing I can tell you right now is that if you get this thing and elves are nearby with all of their really good archers, this thing's probably going to last about, I was going to say 15 seconds, but you'd be lucky if you got to that sort of speed. So already I can see how Ryan has completely pulled his own pants down and sausaged himself pretty hard. So yeah, this is not good. I think Lewis is basically gonna. Oh right, he's got the mouth of Sauron. He's got the mouth of Sauron. Okay, that's good. That's good. Oh, I don't like to see this. I don't like to see this. This is very defensive. Right. I'm not sure what the plan is. Look at this. They're barely doing it. They're like, you know, they're just stroking this cave troll, this goblin lair. Crikey. Right, and this is kind of the thing, really, because like Jackson, what's he looking at? Oh yeah, he had a little bit of dice with death. Does Jackson want to get stuck in? Does he want to get stuck in? He does. Jackson's biting down. He's biting down. He wants to go for it. He thinks to himself, right, he's seen something that costs 3 Gs, and whoever it is who's got that basically has nothing else. And he'll be bloody right. Oh, Jackson, I don't want to see this, sir. Bloody hell, what is this? Bloody archers pinging this thing. And here he comes back. He wants more. He's going to have to do the old scream. But that's not going to be any good against Legolas. To be fair, it does do pretty good damage. Archers. It is doing good damage. If only he had other troops. He has to recall him. He has to recall him now. He doesn't want to lose him. To be fair, Ryan won that encounter. He won that. Oh, bloody hell! This is expensive. Ryan, where are you getting all this phantom money from? For Christ's sake, I want to see some troops. There's no oh god, don't bother getting that. Don't worry about these Haradrim archers. They're not that good anyway. You just needed some pikeys, I think. Right, me. I'm just building myself up. Starting to get the ends. Would have loved to have had a few trebuchets, but hey ho. Oh, a lot of Menadale here. A lot of Menadale and pikeys. Carl's playing it very defensively here. Lewis is doing the same thing, but with some god awful troops. So yes, I feel that pain. Okay. Couple of towers here to ward people off. I think I'm starting to notice Jackson's tactic here. I'm not going to say anything, Jackson. Don't you worry, son. Don't you worry. My lips are sealed. I don't want to start giving everyone's tactics away. But here we go. So Jackson's getting stuck in here. He smells blood. Jackson smells blood here. He knows that this has cost quite a bit of money to be able to produce, and that Ryan might not have much else to go with, and he'd be absolutely right. So it's only now that Ryan is coming out with some troops. Ryan, I don't want to see these orcs. God damn it, yeah, Jesus. So, yeah, we have quite a lot of platoons. I mean, it looks like he's got quite a lot, but as we know, these troops are basically nothing. But at least he's got the archers. But I think it's a bit unfair for Lewis because I don't think Lewis has any idea. Oh, when it's gone, it is gone. Oh, Billy boy. Right. And this is a nasty place to be because you do not want these troops up against elves. Elves might not be able to take down your buildings very well, but they can bloody well get all your troops. Okay, so he's got the Mirkwoods. He's been able to spend that do-re-mi on all of these guys. Too bad I can't actually see what the total difference is in terms of how much their health are and whatnot. That would be interesting to see. Right. I am here. I'm going for the eagle. That's what I'm going for. I want to get that little fucker right there because I think to myself, you know what? I have no idea who's around me, but I'll bet you one of them might be some sort of faction with ballistas or trebuchets or something like that. So I see my tree being attacked. He's level 3, so it's not too bad. But I cancelled the tree beforehand, but I think he's still got the experience, surprisingly. Okay, so sort of venturing out a little bit. He has got this. He is going for the catapults. This is confirmed. But I do already have an eagle on the way. Right, so Lewis went over this way, and I'll tell you what, it's too bad Lewis cannot see what is going on here, but I think it depends on which PowerPoint you got, because if you had the eye, Carl hasn't even taken his bloody, he hasn't even got the 5 PowerPoint one, so he's playing it like a pro. Lewis has got the tainted terrain, fair enough, and tainted terrain there to obviously give double armor, so that's probably a good idea. Right, so he's got one in. Alright, let's see what this guy can do. He's got a pretty good force. There's pretty much nothing he can do unless he had a shitload of towers here with some catapults shooting. That would basically tell this to fuck off right here. Oh, this Nazgul's in trouble. He's in trouble, but he's getting out of there. He realizes he's going to get fucked, so he runs off. And there is nothing he can do. This fortress, I think, is very, very slowly going to go down. And this is a painful, painful position. Alright, it looks like there's a fight that's come up. And this is good play from Lewis here, putting up some towers. I think if you realise that your troops suck, then get towers up, a lot of them, and with loads of siege behind it to compensate for it. That's all I can recommend. And I think Lewis is doing that. And to be fair, these orcs, they're not doing any damage, but they are taking quite a while to be able to get down. They're not being completely mutilated. He's fighting on the tainted terrain, so this is good. What I would have recommended would have been to put these guys inside the towers. They can have one person in the towers. Oh, we just barely got away with it. I think there's a catapult. There must be a catapult on the field. Yeah, he's got one. He's got two. He has got two, and Lewis has been able to fend off an attack from Carl here. I want to see a lot more towers here. This is good. This is good from Lewis. Lewis needs to have those catapults, I think. He needs to have some pikeys, and I think if he has that, he should be all right. Right, fortress halfway. Jackson's got he's got Treebeard now. He's got Treebeard, and Treebeard gives plus 25% armor, plus 10% speed, plus 20% range. So that's pretty helpful, the added range. I mean, look how far away that is. That is pretty impressive. I mean, when you throw in orcs at this situation, I mean, that's desperate. That is desperate. I mean, there's nothing you can really do. A nice bit of cav, if you had it, obviously, which Mordor don't, bless them. But, oh yeah, these guys are buggered over here. I really, really wish I could have actually seen something, because I had no idea what was going on around the map. I was sort of I'm getting my ends out, and I'm prepared to sort of go in on someone, but I had no idea. I hate not being able to see. Right, Carl's come back. He's got some artillery. The heavy guns are coming in. He's putting the orc archers in. He's putting the orc archers in. This is good. This is good. I'm not sure if this is a very good idea going here, because what happens, Carl, is you basically you kind of bottleneck all of your troops to right here. Sure, you're not taking as much fire, but it's a lot easier for Lewis to be able to sort of pin some troops here and just pin you down. So there's nothing really you can do. Oh, and yeah, Lewis spots the danger. He spots the danger. He's going to have to work hard to get him out of there. Oh, is he? No, he doesn't make it, but he gets one of them. I think this was the difference. I think, Lewis, if you just had pikeys sitting in front of here with a few catapults instead of all of these shitty troops, I think you would have been alright. I think you would have been alright. I don't think Carl could have gotten through. Right, and his base is gone. His base is gone. And I think I see a little bit of something that's going on over here. And I decide to go in on Carl. Carl sees the danger. He sees the danger and he thinks, oh shit. And if only I had something better. I got 5 Ents right here. 5 bloody Ents. So I put my pikeys in front. Yeah, too bad Helder is not a higher level, and too bad that I do not have Elven Wood here either. Right, in comes the eagle, destroys that, that's gone. Oh, Gloin is there, he's going to use rebuild, surely he's got rebuild. He's got the rebuild. Can he do enough? Lewis is going in on the other side. If only Lewis had like some proper hardcore units, he could have been able to do some real damage on this side. There's only a few Ents left. Gloin is doing his bits. Not quite sure why he fell over there. And the only reason why I stop right there is because Jackson starts attacking me on this side. So I did arrow volley right there. Oh, I didn't even get to a chance to actually shoot attack him at all. So yes, Carl can thank his lucky stars that Jackson decided to go in there, because Ryan has been completely annihilated, and that was a very costly builder, I think, that was taken out there. And this is just pissing around, I think, for Ryan with a mama kill. He did not need that other builder going. And yeah, Carl can live to fight another day there, I think. And Lewis needs these towers. He needs them back up. I see something going on over here. What is going? Oh right, he's doing an eye. He's doing an eye. He's checking him out. He's checking him out. And yes, that was not helpful. I can tell you that right now. That was not bloody helpful. Right. He was trying to build something here, and I made sure I killed Jackson's builders here. I can't have him having a foothold over here. And I think it would be quite difficult for you to maintain that foothold over here, I think. And Carl thinks to himself, God, this is going to be a problem, so I might as well get him out first. He's probably had a look and seen that Lewis hasn't really got much to speak of. So he's going in. He is going in. I don't really have much. To be this is where having quite a lot of siege does actually help. He's doing heal. He's doing heal. I fancy Carl here. He's got quite a lot. Carl has got quite a lot. Desperately need more troops here. And this is where, if Lewis actually had that lineup, this is where Lewis could really actually get stuck in here. Right, archers coming. They're doing enough just to be able, maybe not to kill them, but just to sort of make them fall over. And whilst they're falling over, they can just get shot. These guys are still up. They are still up. Lewis is over here. Lewis is over here. He's all over the shop. He's got the Witch King. No, he hasn't got the Witch King. He hasn't got the Witch King. This was very, very costly. That was very costly. Yeah, I don't think that was a good idea. And he's doing a mountain troll rush, but there's just too many towers here. What are they doing? And the reason why nothing's happening is because Jackson has this little moat, this little thing here, Lewis, is the moat, which means that you cannot really like attack this thing on melee stance. That is why that is not happening. And it's all kicking off. The whole shitstorm is kicking off. He was trying to have a diversion over here. These guys somehow are still alive, but they don't realise that now they're dead. Ah, that sucks. I think you needed to know a little bit more about elves to know that that wasn't going to be a good idea. Gloin's still running around, and I'm still trying to shoot the fuck out of these things. But after having obviously Jackson attack from the north, and then him counter-attack. I mean, this was... And thank God that eagle came out just at the right time. And that fortress is still on red. Still on red. And somehow I managed to pull it out. And that thing is barely touched. And Jackson is free to counter-attack here. I think it's a bit unfortunate. I think Lewis attacked at the right time against Jackson, but just with the wrong stuff. If these guys were actually throwing rocks rather than doing the other thing, they might have stood a better chance. But I think there was just too much armor on that elven fortress. I don't think it would have worked. I think we're getting past the stage of the old cave troll or berserker rush. It's just not going to work. It's just, oh no, he's going back in. That was the, oh, that is silly. That is silly. And that is really stupid. Right. And here comes the Oliphant. Ryan's thinking, fuck it, I'm not usually raw door anyway, so who gives a shit? And here he is, only level 5, but I don't think he's going to take out any of these things anytime soon. And Jackson, he wants revenge. He wants revenge, and he's already attacking the fortress. There's a flock of seagulls. They're going around in here now. Treebeard's in here by himself. There's nothing he can do. He's got no troops. He's got nothing. Nothing. He's got 2 platoons of orcs coming out. Oh, this is a sorry sight. This is like seeing a man on his knees, desperate for the end. And he's putting his touts down. He's going to solidify this position. I think Jackson knows. He knows that the jig is up for Lewis over here. I think Lewis did have the money, but just perhaps, unfortunately, because he doesn't know Mordor, is what to actually put the money into. Right, Carl is back for round 2. He knows he has to get me out. He can get me out. There's a nice little arrow volley being popped there. How many does it get? It gets a good whack of them. It gets a very good whack of them. And Carl has only got some pikeys and these left, but is it going to be enough? He's got a strong force. And now Jackson was attacking me, Ryan's attacking me, and Carl's attacking me. So yes, it's great to be me. Okay. But Carl knows if he can get me out, he's got enough space. He's got enough space to be able to operate. Lewis's fortress down. Mirkwood's cleaning up. Treebeard stomping his little fucking feet all the way over here. And now he's thinking to himself, well, fuck this then. I'm going to get my mountain trolls. I'm going to slap Treebeard about, that little pervert. So, yep, there he goes. Let's see. 2 mountain trolls against Treebeard. And I don't really see much damage being done here. Sweet Jesus. God, look at that. They're not even upgraded. They don't even have the silver thorns yet. And these fuckers are dead. Dead. Oh, it's grim. It is grim. And here we go. Eagles. Right. So I think that was a catapult there. That's been taken care of. So Carl's force has been repelled once more. I would have loved to have counterattacked. But no such luck. Shitload of archers. Unfortunately, it's all going down. It is going down. And Ryan, being a pesky little bastard up in the north here. I really didn't need that, Ryan. Really didn't need that. Lewis being systematically put to the sword. And there's a barracks being formed in his base. Oh, and the Ent's kicking his bloody orc pit down. The disrespect is off the fucking scales here, for Christ's sake. And look at the damage. I will be fair, we all hate Ents, we know that. But look at that. One kick, this thing's down. It's basically the same as like a battering ram. I think a battering ram does about the same sort of damage as that. So that's not too bad. That's not too shabby. Right. Reeling. I am reeling. But the carcass of the Oliphant is down. Still got some troops. Half health fortress. I'm hoping I don't get attacked for at least 5 minutes just so I can gather my thoughts. But Lewis is slowly being exterminated. It's not a nice place to be. There's nothing you can do. Just nothing. Mordor versus elves. Is there anything more, I guess, unmatched, unsuited? And now Jackson has a presence down here in the south. Lewis is not out of it yet. He's got his own little orc pit up here. Now he's going to the north. Carl is gathering his forces here. Carl, I think maybe getting the mighty catapult would have been pretty helpful. I think that could have been pretty useful in some of these battles. Because, I mean, if you came up against my troops, you could have at least, thrown that at me. That would have been pretty helpful. Carl's playing it very cautiously. Very, very cautiously. Carl cannot see what the hell is going on. And I think to myself, right, well, you know what? I'm going to get you then, Ryan. I am going to use my little eagle, because you can't really attack him very well, and start taking out some of your shit. I don't know, Jackson probably can see that, I guess, but, I mean, the damage is done. What can you do? Bloody fuck. And somehow Lewis has been able to build a bloody fortress right in the centre. I probably would have liked it maybe a bit more here, away from Jackson. But still, I guess it's okay. I don't know, can Jackson see that? Yes. Yes, he can. Yes, that is most unfortunate that he can see that. Yeah, hence why I was sort of saying like maybe a bit more in the centre about here would have been a bit better. But I think he was always going to find it, unfortunately. Okay, so solidifying his position, more barracks over here, and even one of these. Good old tower. Treebeard with the range. I mean, the range. There we go. So it's gone a bit quiet. Got a bit quiet for a moment. Where's his troops? Are they in here? No. No. Okay. Getting my thoughts back. There we go. I've still got a lot of these to get as well. Jackson's sort of wandering around the base here a bit. Not quite sure who to go for. I think he realises that the next one is either me or Carl. think Ryan realizes that there's a random orc pit of Lewis's here and decides, oh, yep, this spot is already taken. Oh God, the Haradrim lances, I think. If you had some pikeys, I think that would have helped in a lot of these situations here. There's a lot of events here. And this is the last thing. Carl is going to stand for, that's for sure. He's going to put Lewis to the sword here. Make sure he's out. And these two are shooting at each other, the battle tower and the level 3 farm. Who will win the mightiest fight of them all? Oh, it looks like the battle tower is going to win. What a battle. This is epic. He's going to do it. The battle tower is no more. God damn, those elven battle towers suck ass. But then again, if they did have 2,500 health, who would be able to defeat any of the elves at all? And Jackson's making sure that he's gone. He's got the silver thorns now. It's all over. Surely it's all over. He's got Mirkwoods. Very high level. Treebeard. He's wandering around the map like a nomad. He can do what he wants. And it's interesting to see, it still doesn't do that much damage. Still doesn't do that much. I wish I had some cavalry to be able to knock him over. But hi-ho, I'm a pillock. Should have done that. And here we go. So I maneuver my forces over here. I see what's going on. I don't know if Jackson was able to see that. I'm not sure. Plus 25% damage, 25% faster. Yeah, probably not that much. There's more stuff being built along the north here. Jackson felt it necessary to be able to go take all of his force there. I'm surprised at that. Maybe he just wants to make sure that he's a bit more comfortable here, I think. Right, so I got my forces back a little bit, and I'm starting to put healing wells and heroic statues everywhere, because if I'm fighting in my base, at least I can get some bonuses for all of my troops. You know, sometimes when you just get your knees cut at such an early stage of the game, it can really screw up the entire game that you're playing. You're sort of on the back foot for the entirety of the game, and it's very difficult to get out of it. So Lewis is still not out of the game either. He's still got his stuff. So let's see how Carl's taken out bit by bit. And these are the last buildings. And Lewis is trying to escape. He's trying to escape with the builder. There's no way to live. There's no way to live. And I'm sort of thinking to myself, I know that Lewis is out pretty much, and I know Ryan's pretty much out, but I don't know if Ryan and Jackson are really having a good go at it. So I'm sort of thinking, is Jackson going to come for me, or is Carl going to come for me? Because pretty much everybody has come for me so far. So, yeah, you know, if you've been attacked so many times, do you just sort of leave your base and just say, oh yeah, alright, I'm going on a good old jolly knees up? Nope, you just sort of stick put and hope that everyone else is fighting each other. Yep, getting rid of some archers there so I can put out some more ents. Got a bit too many here. Would have liked to have had the upgrades on these guys. Would have made a big difference, I think. And I think some cavalry would have been pretty helpful. I'm a bit of a dope there. I really should have got some cav. Carl's sort of gingerly walking around. I think he sees what's going on over here. He doesn't like what he sees, so I don't think Carl's going to stand for that. He doesn't want Jackson forming another base over here, which is precisely what he's doing. He's getting the upgrades. He's got his little battle wagons. Huh. I wonder if you can buy what, that, and that? Or can you buy... I wonder with those. Too bad they don't have more armor. Right. And Carl's moving in here. But Jackson is still... He's more convinced of going after me. I'm a bit surprised there. He's got the bulk of his force right here. Oh, he's got a lot of ents. Bloody hell. 5 ents just sitting there. He pretty much smashed his own stuff down. Oh, I don't like being in this position, I really don't. And Haldir smoked, his rotting corpse just sitting there.
The trees will hide us.
He's manoeuvring, he's taking his builders away. Yeah, I think Jackson was trying to get some sort of base formed here, just like he did with Carl's. But Carl is putting this one to the sword. He's making sure he does not have that base available, which I think is the best thing to do. Can't let it be easy, but I think, Carl, what you got to do here, mate, is like be having loads and loads of these mines. Mines everywhere. This could have been yours. This territory could have been my Killer Carl's. Killer Carl's territory. That's what that could have been. Right. Slowly taking all this stuff out. Right, sorry for that. Horror scroll. Getting a text from Lewis saying, I'm online, let's play. I'm in the middle of this game and I don't know how long it's going to be. Oh, he did that. Will they get back up? Yeah, they haven't taken much damage. Jackson's done the heal just at the right time. That was good play. That was very good play. When Legolas got smoked, he's getting smoked. I don't think he realised it. Oh, he's a lucky boy. He's a lucky boy. Jackson got lucky on this time around, I think. Oh, no, he didn't. He didn't. Carl had the last laugh. He did the Hobbits. Carl did the Hobbits just to make sure. He didn't care whether the Hobbits lived or died, but he just wanted to make sure Legolas got his comeuppance. That is vicious. Nasty, nasty play there from Carl. He wasn't having it. He wasn't going to let him do anything. And here we go. I think I'm a bit of a pillock here. I should have really seen. Yep, I had that here. I think I should have attacked Carl at this point. But I was also sort of thinking as well that if Carl is attacking Jackson, I would be quite happy with that. Oh, and Elrond has just killed Samwise Gamgee, you murderer. Oh, you're an evil bastard here. That is vicious. And Jackson's walled himself in here. He's quite happy inside his little towers, but it would take quite a lot. And I must admit, I think I did have a look and see what was going on. And I thought to myself, should I go for Carl or should I just let Carl deal with Jackson? I don't think... He can't see me. Yeah, Carl can't see anything that's going on here. Which is a bit surprising. I'm surprised you sort of like, you pull back there, I think, Carl. I think only you can explain that to me. So yes, Carl is putting his mines in here. And to be honest, Carl, I think what you should be doing here, because Jackson cannot see any of this stuff, is basically to start putting up your shitload of towers and then start having some catapults and stuff like that here and some barracks and whatnot. I think that would have put you in a very strong position here because your catapults and your towers would take a hell of a lot more to put down than his. So Jackson, yeah, everyone's playing pretty damn pretty damn defensive at this sort of stage. Pretty damn defensive. So yeah, I'm starting to build out all my barracks. And I don't think... Yeah. Oh, he has got a builder. He has got a builder. Or like, I think probably some more lumber mills, I think. Oh, he's coming in. He is coming in. It's crazy, isn't it? I couldn't see anything, like almost beyond that. And I think this is basically what swings it for me, this moment right about now. That is absolutely devastating. Absolutely devastating. All dead. I wasn't actually aware how good they were against troops. They are dead to a man, except for Haldir and the Eagle. I do the cloud break to be able to stop it, but there's not really anything you can do. Maybe I should have done something to protect the fortress. Maybe some extras, I guess. But yeah, that is absolutely cataclysmic. And I didn't even realise that I had cements over here. And now Carl's going in on me as well. So yes, this just got real bad, real quick for me. And here we go. Fortress down. Nothing you can do about it now. These things are just going around systematically taking me out. Fuck all that can be done. I'm not sure if Carl can actually see what's going on, but if Carl can see what's going on, I would have hauled ass. This is what I mean, I think, Carl, if you had your presence here, then I think you could have seen a sort of little bit of a moment going on around the map, and then just sort of thought to yourself, right, I'm going in now, because you know Jackson's focusing most of his attention over here. And Ryan's just kicking back, having a pina colada. Right. Jackson loses most of his force, but the damage is pretty much done. It is pretty much done. And I think to myself, you know what? I'm going to stick cements on this thing, even though these bloody things don't do pretty much hardly any damage. I think if the fortress did not have this little moat around, I probably would have set it to kicking instead, which I think would have done some pretty good damage, actually. But ha-ho, ha-ho. Right. So Ryan, trying to stay off everybody's radar and get that podium finish. I want to do away with the terminology of podium finish. It means fuck all if you came last or if you came second. It doesn't matter. And he's going in now. He's going in now. Ooh, got plenty of guardians. I hope they don't get any arrow volleys. Yeah, I don't know. I would have liked to have seen some. Yeah, a few more of these. I think, Carl. I think the only way you're going to get this. You're not going to beat them troops to troops. Like I said, I think some towers would have been pretty good. A forward front base. I see the damage is done there. Oh, he's almost level 10. He's almost got the shatter hammer. And Elrond's going in. He wants some. Elrond wants some. Realises that. He's getting out. He's getting out of dodge. Right, so I've got some troops back. And I'm waiting for the money to be able to get my fortress. Yes, this is a good assault here from Carl. Oh, I don't know, Carl, I think these are just being thrown in there just to their doom. Yeah, he's got guys in here. He's got guys in there. And they're pinging them all over the place. Ooh. Will these things do any damage against catapults, I wonder? I wonder. He's going to set it to melee stance, isn't he? Oh, but he's got the upgraded Menadale here. Ooh, cheeky. He's done it to himself just to get some big mess going on. Oh, the hobbits are here. Whose hobbits are they? Carl's. He wants to protect those things, and they're not doing that much damage. He's got the pikeys over here, Jackson, to try and get these things, but it's just not enough yet. The tide of the battle has turned, I think, in Jackson's favour. He's not done too badly here. He's not done too badly. And this was a good attempt by Carl, I think. Good attempt. but I think there's just too much firepower, I think, of Jackson's to be able to counter-attack. I guess that's the thing with the Dwarven forces, is that they are quite slow and they are quite cumbersome. When they're sort of slowly going in this way, they are prone to major counter-attacks. Yeah, level 10 Mirkwood with the upgrades. I mean, how the hell are you supposed to beat that? And Jackson's switching to Cav. He wants to be able to get some of those cheeky runs here, and Jackson's claiming this territory back. This is very important. And Ryan has a bit of a force, and I think to myself, I'm not having that. I gotta take this bugger out. But I'm always dubious about leaving my base, because the moment I seem to leave my base, I seem to get my pants pulled down. Then I'm sort of thinking to myself, you know what, I can't really see what's going on, but if Carl and Ryan are not attacking me, then they must all be attacking each other, or preferably they're all attacking Jackson. Because if Jackson's the most powerful one in the game, I don't know how anybody else plays, but if you see the most powerful one in the game, you don't avoid him. If you know somebody else is also trying to take him out, or that the most powerful person in the game is also trying to well, like basically take out, like squeeze all the little guys like in the game. It's up to basically everyone else to sort of gang up on the big guy. I think that's the only way it's going to work. Otherwise, you're never going to have a chance to do anything. And I go up here and I don't realise that Ryan does actually have a pretty sizable force. He's got his hereditary marchers and everything. So yes, that ends up being a bit of a costly attack of mine, I must admit. And down here it is all kicking off. And Carl finds himself now defending just outside of his base. It's not a place that he wants to be. Jackson's very quickly put him in a position where he can't really get out. Jackson owning the map, pulling back a little bit. I think maybe that would be a bit too close. But a good position here. I think that'll put him in good stead. Yes, I desperately need that fortress. I have got some Ents. Jackson is re-establishing himself back here in the south in Lewis's old base. Re-establishing that. I think Carl let that go a little bit cheaply. He's got some more catapults now, and he's only going with pikeys. I think that was a good lesson learned there, because you need to have that extra little bit of health. Make sure that, because remember, arrow volleys don't work on pikeys. They can take a hell of a lot of damage. Yeah, I think some towers here would have been helpful. And Ryan actually has quite a considerable force. I wish he had some bloody catapults, because if you had catapults, you could really do some damage here. I mean, Ryan, I mean, if you don't see any tower, if you're wandering around, just go up here, mate. Up here, round here, and attack. You know, up here, pop yourself about here or something like that. Get rid of this, and then you have like your force here, just sort of lobbing shit at this fortress. There you go, boom, done. So yes, catapults. Has he got? What has he got? What's he got? What's he got? He's got fortress. No fortress. Okay. Right, I've got a load of Ents. Big mesh of towers here. I think some little testing and probing runs, I think, of Carl. Right, so sort of trying to get the upgrades whilst also saving and also having a force ready. Do you go for the fortress and save up, or do you just get the troops first? I sort of go for the troops first. I don't know about anybody else. You know, too many people wait on receiving money to get the fortress and then realize that they don't actually have anything. And it looks to me like Jackson's really starting to put the pressure down here. And just at the same time Ryan's going in, I wish there were some bloody siege here, because I think Ryan could have really done some damage, really deep damage. I don't think I would have needed to have gotten him involved, to be honest. I think Jackson would have been down here, and then Carl would have gone after him, and then Ryan basically. I think Ryan, you need to pick someone to go after and make sure you get him. I think the person who ended your original base and was basically right next to you and still is right next to you, I think still is your primary target to go after. Pick a guy, go after him. Right, he's got the Ents. He's got Ents, he's got Elrond. Elrond has the Whirlwind at level 5. Interesting. Oh, oh, oh God. Oh Jesus. Oh boy. Oh God. Yeah, that is not nice. Look at all these expensive dead troops. This is not nice. There's nothing on the fortress to protect it either. This is not good. This is not good. And I'm doing the same thing. You know what? I saw a little bit of a moment where I saw, you know, where you have a map reveal just for a moment, and I saw some fighting going on around here. Couldn't quite see what was going on, mind you, but I thought to myself, right, this is my chance. I have to do something. So here we go. I think he did the mighty catapult on me. He was able to take out one platoon, I think, but other than that, it wasn't much. So I've got eight Ents. Ryan is over here assaulting from the north of his southern base. This is great work from Ryan. This is really good. Ah, oh, Jesus. Has he still got the builder or is the builder dead? No, he has still got the builder. Right, his fortress gone. No one to save it this time. Here we go. A whole load more Ents. Gloin over here, desperately trying to get rid of the Ents over here, but I got them all over the place. And I think Jackson is sort of saying to himself, oh, Jimbo's attacking Carl, so I got to go on in Jimbo. So this is sort of the thing of like, well, where no one actually ends up dead ever. I think the only way to really get someone out properly is probably for a 2v1 scenario. I think that's pretty much it. Without that, I don't think you can properly get someone out at this sort of late stage. Because otherwise people just come back. They've got so many builders, so much money, they'll just come back anyway. But Jackson is forgetting Carl. He realizes Carl is now pretty much crippled. And I'm sort of putting him to the sword. And I'm sort of thinking to myself, I see what's going on over here. So I think to myself, right, I have got to now stop the attack once more against Carl. For the second time, I've got to stop attacking Carl and go and defend myself. I mean, I don't think me at this stage... I mean, I don't even have a fortress still, for Christ's sake. Right. Here's old Ryan. Ryan has got upgrades. He's got upgrades for all these guys. Still got that bloody builder going around. But I think... yeah, this is not good. It's not good. Right, and I sort of stick put for a little bit. Need to get... I realise that don't need these towers going up. Got to stop these towers from going up. So he sees that, he tries to avoid. I don't think Jackson wanted to fight there. Jackson didn't want to fight these guys and me at the same time. Oh, he's going to go, isn't he? He's going to go. Oh, and the cavalry, literally the cavalry arrives to be able to annihilate this force. Look at the power of that, Jesus Christ. Right, and I think to myself, I'm not having that. That is bad play from myself. I think these guys wandered out when they shouldn't have. Ooh, got them good. Got them good, those bastards. Alright. Carl, back down here, licking his wounds. Can he make a comeback into this game once more? He's lost his fortress this time, but he's still got a pretty good presence. I think Ryan up here has basically been left for over half an hour, and he's still got a builder. So, you don't want to lose him, mate. You don't want to lose him. He shouldn't be making this shit. There should be loads and loads of siege works, I think. And loads of towers as well to dissuade people from wanting to go near you. Right, and I think to myself, right, Carl he's still down there. He needs to go. I need to have that southern flank gone. And if Ryan is still being a pain in the ass to Jackson, that's great, because then that would be me and Ryan being a constant pain in the ass to Jackson, and perhaps one of us has actually got a shot at being able to win this. Right, here we go. Ents on the way, up to no good. Oh, and here comes another fortress. He's finally saved up his money. He wants to get it slightly out of the way, but it's still a little bit naked here, Carl. I would like to have some troops around here, just making sure that it is well protected. There we go. Get stuck in. Right, to get this little bugger over here. I suppose in the towers, I would have thought. Oh, that tower's a bit close for my liking. That's a bit close. I think my attack is way too slow. Way too slow. But then again, I can't really see what I'm walking into, and usually I think when anyone's sort of walking into an attack, what do? They always have a look first, and I think this is where the power of the battle wagons is quite helpful. They can just crunch all of these guys down. And surely he's going to do the Shadow Hammer. Oh god. Jesus Christ. Well, that was pretty devastating. Oh, it just so happened to be some of these guys here with the fire arrow upgrade. I see the fortress. Punkies are getting involved, but it's just not enough. There's not enough. I don't have enough firepower, but the fortress is coming back. These Ents are just so flimsy against these things. These things are giving chase. But I put them on this side right here, and I set them to kick. And look at the power of these things. And I'm going to make sure that this thing goes down here, not having Carl with all of his power points. And that thing is going down. It's going down. He's on yellow. He's going to do it. It's just one more kick. And that fortress is down. And it goes immediately from level 4 to level 10. That's quite interesting. 2,400 health. Interesting. What do they normally go? And I have no troops to speak of. But I got his fortress. And Carl is thinking, shit. So, he's got... Right, Ryan has 425. I have 740. Jackson has 750, and Carl has 750 as well. So pretty much all there. But I think now Ryan is being put to the sword now. I don't think there's any coming back. So one more. No, his builder's gone, and Ryan is finally out. He is finally out of this game. I think he had a good innings there. He had a pretty good shot, I think. It was quite. Yeah, I think he could have mounted pretty good resistance. I think, and done something. I think it was just the type of troops that Ryan was choosing. I think were not the right kind of troops. And I have a little bit of my own back on Jackson on this one. A little bit of my own back. Doing a lot of damage here. There's a lot of them, but they're all clumped together. They are all clumped together. This is not good. And there we go, Sunflare. Sunflare to kill all of them. I missed the Ents round the back. It wasn't big enough to get all of them, but the main troops are gone. And these things right here, they're doing the business. Oh, for the love of God, what the hell are these things doing? Yep. I think when you're sort of being picked off gradually by everyone, it's very difficult. But not bad considering everyone who's ever in this spot always seems to get taken out. I don't think there's ever been a winner from anybody born in the same spot as what I had. But no excuses, and now Jackson's really putting the I get that noose around my neck now. Plenty of barracks around here, real presence, and there's no way I'll be able to come out of this one. No damned way. And Carl is down here, and I think Carl is also thinking kind of similarly, having lost his fortress again. Is it worth making a third one? Let's have a look. Carl, well, he's pretty close. He's got 875, and I've been completely gutted here, slowly, like being taken apart. But Jackson's playing it right, getting all of these barracks in there as well, and just making sure these level 3 farms and whatnot are all taken care of. And that is pretty much me out of this game. Slowly being put to the sword here. Jackson's in the prime position here. I don't think Jackson really has to sweat too much. Pretty much got all the power points he needs. He's golden here. Carl, I think, is sort of just... I can understand where Carl's coming from here. I think Carl's pretty much after that podium place. He's just thinking, you know what, as long as I'm not the first one out. But maybe podium position counts for other people. For me, it don't. But everyone to themselves, and what they prefer. For me, if I come second, that's not quite the same. Yeah, I'm not really putting up any resistance here. Everything's gone. Yeah, it's actually quite powerful, this thing, isn't it? Carl has basically just dug himself in, and no one can get him out. Elrond. Oh, sun flare on him. And it actually did quite a bit of damage on Gloin as well. And he's bought the fortress. Carl wanted to buy his time and just get that fortress. But again, I would like to see these troops in front of it. Again, this thing is naked. There's nothing protecting it. Oh, and Gloin's been sucked into the whirlwind. This is brilliant. I didn't know it did that to heroes. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. And he's taking a lot of damage. Yeah, he's about to die, I think, in the whirlwind. He's shooting him. He's going to go. Bam. He's gone. Level 10 Gloin. See you later. Battle wagon smoked by Elrond. He knows there's nothing he can do. Whatever troops he throws at him. And there goes a lot of these troops. And by Jingo, it doesn't actually get him. It doesn't get him. I don't know if you cancelled that fortress. I don't know. Yeah. Here comes the Elven Wood. There's not much of a presence here. Not much of a presence. I'd like to have seen a little bit more here, I think. Jackson, to put someone to bed. You've still got 2 players that you're up against. And myself and Carl are kind of crippled, but I think you never know. There's always those gigantic comebacks that can happen. This thing is taking a lot of damage. 1,950. So when they get to level 10, they got 2,400. So that's pretty handy. 3,700 health. The Eagles. Jackson's determined to do this with the minimal amount of fuss. And Carl has pretty much given up, and I've given up as well. And that is all she wrote. So yes, well played, boys. Well played to Jackson. Catch you on the next one.